Oh, what's up, sons? It's Blind Run with Son of a Tech once again. Welcome to the Crypto Mining Morning Show. I am still working on an intro and we haven't gotten to it. We were making videos, lots of videos. We were up till like 1 a.m. making videos, testing, getting things done. So tonight, look forward to a new video for the Raptorium mining on the 12900K. Tomorrow, we're going to have Ergo Deck stuff. Hopefully, we also have 2 new miners to test, and we're going to be talking about those right now with the patch notes for those specific miners. Hopefully, I'll get that done this weekend as well, so that you guys can know if you need to upgrade your miners for your light hash rate GPUs, etc. We're also going to be taking a look at the market, of course, seeing if there's any big pumpers within the proof of work space, skipping any measly proof of stake coins because that's not what we're about here. And then, of course, I am going to talk a lot about Ergo today because the platform is insane. And I'm not talking about blowing up and making a ton of money or Ergo to the moon. I'm talking about using it. Yes, I love utilizing and using things on the blockchain, and I can do that with Ergo. So I'm excited about it. It has basically accelerated so much quicker than any other proof of work coin currently out as far as a development perspective, the things you can do on it and all of that. I'm super excited. We actually worked on minting. We are using the Ergo auction house. We're going to talk about that today. You can check out the auction for my ErgoSchlong down in the description below if you guys want to go purchase it. I think the starting bid is 1 Ergo, which is like $9 or whatever. I know it's a little expensive. I probably should have made it cheaper. Whatever. It is what it is. It's just, I made it in MS Paint. It's fun. We'll probably be minting some other more serious stuff on there at some point. I just want to get familiar with the platform. Let's start things off today with, of course, the ad for the day. And today it's brought to you by yours truly.
Today's sponsor is myself. To support the channel, click the join button below the video and you will get access to our privately hosted Rocket Chat. Selecting the $1.99 option will get you access, and after that you need to head over to the membership tab, scroll down, and expand out your membership perks. Find the section for connecting on social media, and in that section there will be a secret registration URL to join Rocket Chat, where you can sign up to enjoy talking with other cryptocurrency enthusiasts and miners without spammers, scammers, or bots.
There we go. And we're back. Also, we don't do coffee here. We do Monster Energy drinks. Or, of course, don't forget our partner still, the good old GamerSups with their Bitcoin shaker. I need to clarify something somebody yesterday said on the channel because we did the partnership video for them yesterday, and somebody said they're sold out of these. They are sold out of these. The only way you can get these is by purchasing a tub with crypto and using affiliate code SOAT, S-O-A-T. If you do that, if you purchase a tub of GamerSups with that, you'll get a shaker for free. You can't buy one directly anymore. They're sold out. Sold out. But use promo code and purchase with Bitcoin or whatever. Ethereum. Probably not Ethereum. Probably. Yeah. There's no reason to be crazy over here, okay? Okay? There's no reason to waste any money on fees. Let's stick with like Bitcoin or Litecoin. You can get a shaker still. All right? Be easy on the fees, all right? It's getting ridiculous over here. All right, let's hop into the first topic of today. TRex miner 9 hours ago released an updated miner. And boom, we have our little video here. We're going to move us, I don't know, somewhere right there. Whatever. I don't know. This isn't going to work out no matter. I don't think that there's anything I can do to make this function. We need to get a green screen. That's it. All right. TRex miner 0.24.6 It is the latest version. ET hash improve light hash rate unlocker. Light hash rate tune value increased from 71 to 74 by default. Where have we seen this before? NBMiner like 12 days ago. I'm telling you guys, NBMiner's doing the unlocks. Everybody else is stealing it. That's how it feels to me. I'm just saying, that's how it feels. And then they're tweaking it a little bit. I'm just saying, that's how it feels. All right. The new LHR tune scale is somewhat different, so it's recommended to let auto-tune find the optimal parameters. In other words, for the first run, remove the LHR auto-tune mode switch and the LHR tune parameters from your batch file if they are set. Now, for ET hash and AutoLeakos 2, new auto-tune step size and auto-tune interval parameters for finer control of light hash rate unlock behavior. We also have an update for ET hash and Firo, which added ETH plus Firo dual mining. What? All right. That's going to be a fun one. We'll get to that at some point for sure, but that's on our list. Okay. I hope you guys are excited for that as I am. AutoLeakos 2. New dataset mode parameter to disable double buffer mode, and you got single buffer mode, and then 2 for double buffer mode is the switches there. Add SOX 5 proxy support, so you can use that under the proxy parameter switch, and temperature color mem, so a parameter to control memory temperature highlighting in the console and web UI. So just some UI improvements. Here's some more UI improvements: a 24-hour view on the graph, an ability to hide individual charts, power, average hash rate, etc. on the graph, recompute average hash rate power when zooming in the graph, an ability to reorder/hide GPU table columns, auto propagation of the miner node list to all nodes. Lots of UI updates, and here are some bug fixes. On ET hash, the RTX 3060 GA104 is not recognized as an LHR card. So hopefully that's fixed now. That should actually be beneficial for our test because we do have one of those, and we had mentioned that before with TRex in particular. So seeing that, I don't know if they're paying attention to my videos. If you guys are, cool. Thank you. Thanks for making these fixes. Veriblock mining is broken since 0.24.2. And then Linux log file contains ANSI escape sequences, and WebUI log file retrieved through WebUI has trailing zeros. So those are all, hopefully, at this point fixed. So there's all the updates for TRex 0.24.6. We will be getting to testing that this weekend for you guys. Testing it, of course, against the current king NBMiner on the 3060s. I actually already have it updating on HiveOS for my 3080 Ti's. We'll see where we're at from there at some point. I also specifically need to check out their little Firo dual mining setup, also how to do that within HiveOS. I think that this should be pretty fun and pretty good. Huge shout out to Babylonian. Thanks for the $10. What do you think about the new EVGA 1200 watt P3 power supply? I haven't looked at the new one in particular. I've been buying the 1600 watt ones, the gold. I was buying the platinums. I stopped buying those because they're stupid expensive now, but you can still get the golds on Amazon, I believe pretty cheap. Let me go see. Before I say that, they may have gone up, but I just bought a couple of them, and they were same day delivery. Yeah, so they have the Supernova 1600 watts for $379, and that does what is it, 10, I believe it's 10, 14 out of the box. Will do 14. Now you can get all the way up to 18 PCIe connectors on it. I have additional EVGA power cables, so this 1600 watt power supply will run a ton of GPUs, and so I do like it a lot. If you need something like Amazon delivery overnight, obviously I still think check out the description below, and here's the power supply, by the way, but check out the description below. Another thing that you may want to look into is Parallel Miner. Takes a little while for them to ship, but you know, their server power supplies with breakout boards. It's going to be the most efficient for the cheapest amount of price. But if you need something right away, there you go. I'll look into the EVGA 1200 P3. I don't know anything about it right now. I would assume there's not here. I'll try to look real quick for you. So it is platinum. Is that right? So that's good. You get a little more efficient there. You only got 2, 4, 6, 8. No. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, let's see the back. Yeah, so you could only have a maximum of 12 PCIe coming off of it, and they only give you enough to run 4, 5, 6. It seems like a good power supply. I just don't know about, I don't know. Anyways, let's move on to the next miner before we get too distracted. Thanks for the $1.99 to Kenmore. All right. So let's go ahead and check out the updates for TeamBlackMiner. A big caveat, big kind of like disclaimer here for TeamBlackMiner. I've had zero good luck with it. I know that a lot of people were trying to, I felt like there were people that are part of the TeamBlackMiner community that were shilling to me, as opposed to people being genuine about using it. So I don't have necessarily the best opinion of the project in general, but it is a new miner. We will check it out and we'll go over the notes right now. Server PSU is better in most cases in general. TeamBlackMiner 1.24 fixed an issue with multiple set core, mem, and power. Fixed an issue with DAG cache when switching back from ZIL, proof of work. Also fixed problems at NiceHash. Always verify DAG on regeneration, not only on the first run. Log date time format is now DDHHMM. API bumped to version 1.3. Added port versioning in URL summary. So I guess they got 10 ATIs here. Just showing the new layout, I guess. The new GUI. Or not GUI because it's not a graphical user interface. I'm aware of that. But you know what I mean. the new interface, I guess, here. Layout. It's fine. That's it. That's all they got for their notes. I don't know. All right. So let's go ahead and check out the hot fix. We just finished testing 1.2.4. That will be coming out tonight for the Alder Lake 12900K CPU. Unfortunately, we have to do a full suite of long testing again for this hotfix as it's released. So at this point, I'm not sure what the hotfix was. So most of these are all the same, right? So the notes are the same. Oh, here's the hotfix. Hotfix, fixed problem with backup stratum. Could cause miner to not start properly. Okay, I don't think we had that issue. So I think that we're fine here. But to be safe, we'll run it through a full test and make sure we're not supposed to be getting better hash rates at some point. So ErgoDex is launched for you guys. So keep, just so you guys know, we do have ErgoDex basically launched. You can launch the app. I actually have some here ready to go. You can come in here and swap. And essentially, you need to connect, and this can get a little tricky. So The wallet you have to use for ErgoDex is going to be the Yo ROI Nightly and the DApp connector Nightly. It does nightly updates. The other thing about this is that it has the Yo ROI, or we're just going to say Yori or whatever, wallet basically has an issue where so right now, if I like put one in to swap out for like, let's say some SIG USD, and I try to swap, is it going to let me? Okay, maybe it's fixed now. It's fixed. Yay. Okay, cool. All right, so we're good to go. So right now for ErgoDex, you basically have two tokens. That's it. You have SIG USD and SIG RSV. SIG USD is the stable coin for Ergo, while SIG RSV is the reserve coin for Ergo. So let's go ahead and talk about what these are, why they're important, and so on. So I have a whole deal here for you guys to basically go over. We're going to talk about Ergo's Age USD protocol, SIG RSV, and SIG USD. So the important part is the tokenomics, right? The protocol holds reserves between 400% and 800% to create a healthy liquidity for both buyers, sellers, and holders. The contract stops users from redeeming SIG reserve if the reserve ratio goes below 400% to maintain USD and SIG USD parity. If the reserve ratio goes above 800%, it stops SIG reserve minting to prevent congestion for SIG reserve holders and to incentivize a healthy SIG USD issuance. If the contract does not hit 400% reserve ratio, a user cannot mint SIG USD by locking their ERG. Above a 400% reserve ratio, users can purchase SIG US dollars. So when the price of ERG grows, more SIG USD can be issued according to the total market cap of Ergo. SIG USD will always be at $1 and it will be backed by 4 times more SIG reserve to prevent the reserve ratio from going below 100%. This makes it equal to a 75% collateralized debt position. If someone mints $100 worth of SIG US dollar, there will be $400 worth of SIG RSV to back the corresponding SIG USD. This way, SIG USD pegged to the US dollar will be protected while also preventing flash crashes if the reserve ratio falls below 400% in Age USD protocol. And then they have the infographic here for you guys to check out. Essentially, the important part about this is creating a decentralized stable coin that isn't affected by flash crashes. And the way they do this is basically by having two tokens, by having the US dollar pegged token and the reserve dollar token that is basically a reserve for the US dollar that's pegged to it. Now, all of that obviously can't exceed the total market cap of whatever Ergo is at the time. So if you want to go mint some and get it going, get it going. It's really up to you guys. I would put out a huge disclaimer right now for ErgoDex and the fact that it is brand new. It is risky. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose, that sort of thing. I'm debating a guide versus just talking about it, and you guys can let me know what you think. The other confusing part is now with the mining that I had showed with setting up the Yori wallet and mining Ergo, that now I think you need to set up a Yori nightly wallet and mine to that so that you can use that with the ErgoDex as well as with the Ergo auction house. So if you're not aware, essentially Ergo has NFTs. They are live. They function very well. And the auction house is pretty much like OpenSea. You can check out the crypto Schlong down in the description below if you're interested. But what is important about that is that it also uses Yori nightly. It does not use the basic Yori wallet. So if you want to start participating in the ecosystem and that sort of thing, Yori Nightly is the one that you want to do. Oh no! Get it off the screen. All right. We'll blur that out later. Don't worry about it. You guys should see that auction and you can go. Hopefully it was covered up enough to be fine. It's just a silly. That's the one I drew in Paint, and you can set it up. If you want to mint in here, it's really easy. You just come up here, you click the plus button, you go ahead and click add, and then you can just drag in whatever kind of deal that you want to, right? So like, let's say, I think I had some, there we go. We'll just throw another one. We'll say 1. This will be the Inkscape Schlong. So we have a Microsoft Paint Schlong drawn by Blind Run from Son of a Tech in Inkscape. I'm going to throw my royalty percentage to 10% because you bitches need to be paying me. You know what I mean? We're going to click that issue button. It's really easy. It's functioning really, really well. And this is really where, how much do you want? Okay, that's not much. All right, hold on. You would put in your spending password. I know that I don't know. Is this one we're going to throw away? This may be one we throw. Nah, I don't know. I want to throw it away. Anyways, we'll mint this one later. You would just basically put in your spending password. It'll go through. The network's pretty fast. And this is all stuff, obviously, you can do on Ethereum. The decentralized exchanges, the whatever else. It's cheaper. It's proof of work. It's functioning really well. This is super impressive, guys. Because Ergo's really new. This isn't like... Ravencoin's been going since like 2016, right? And here's my problem. Ravencoin's nowhere near this. Like their NFT system is like, oh, well, submit an NFT to us and we'll mint it for you. It's super frustrating. There's no decentralized exchanges. It's been going forever. So I'm very impressed with what's going on with Ergo right now. Hopefully it continues. I think it's pretty cool. Decentralized stablecoin on a proof of work network that's linking up with one of the best utility layer ones in Cardano. Yes, please. Exactly, Scott. This is just, man, it's really honestly like Ergo is really impressive. And I actually don't even own that much of it. I have like 10 of it. But I'm just having fun playing with the ecosystem. All right. So what else do we have to cover as far as that goes? I think that covers it. I mean, like if you want to go in and bid, the system works pretty well. You can hit like lowest bid, pop in your bid. And then, oh, that's neat. There's similar artwork issued before this one. Note this message. So you can see the original. It catches it. Oh, that is neat, dude. So if you steal someone's art and mint it, it catches it. Nice. All the features are there. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about mining profitability today. Let's refresh it. Get the 3090 going. The 3090 is still most profitable on Ethereum. Second most profitable is Flux. Flux is really kind of taking off here. Ergo is going to be really profitable on specifically things like the 2080 Ti, I believe is what it was. Was it this one? No, okay. It's Flux. I thought I saw one earlier. The market's obviously moving really, really quick right now, I guess. Da-da-da-da. And then the big one, 5700 XTs, Firo's coming up. So really for me, a majority of my farm, this Ethereum Firo partnership or dual mining could actually end up being beneficial to me. So I'm going to definitely be taking a look at that. And then the only other card that we want to look at, 3080 Ti. Excuse me. 3080 Ti. There's the Ergo. Okay. It was 3080 Ti. My bad. I couldn't remember. But ETH right now, it's still more profitable according to this. What's it saying? It's saying the mega hash is 85 mega hash a second. That's correct. So at that, Ergo is more, or Ethereum's still most profitable. So there you go. All right. That pretty much covers that. I think Mind Your Biz covers it to more detail in his live streams if you guys want to check that out. So definitely go do that. And then let's go ahead and check out the cryptocurrency top pumpers for the day. Let me refresh just to make sure we're up to date. We're doing 24-hour percentage increase, and then we're looking for proof of work. Mina is not proof of work. OMG Network is not proof of work. Cadena and Zcash and Helium. Well, nobody can get Helium miners at this point. If you guys are getting them, cool. I haven't gotten one. I have like 3 different orders placed, and none of the companies are shipping them. So I really just don't like Helium in general because I can't even like test it. But Cadena we talked about yesterday, KDA, and they're crazy ASIC miners that are making tons of money every day. It's pumping even more. It's up another 15% the past 24 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then it's nice to see Zcash pumping. I do not know why Zcash is pumping though. So I need to go get I actually have a Z15. No, I have a Z9 Mini. I guess I need to go throw on Zcash. Actually, out of curiosity, hitting that ASIC button. Let's get over here. Because that would be Equihash. What are you doing? It might be easier to do MinerStat. Yeah. Let's do MinerStat. Equihash. Calculate. It doesn't make that much. My Z9 Mini doesn't make anything. However, Zcash is profitable again? What is this? This is Pirate, by the way. But what is this? What's going on? What happened with Zcash? Well, what's in the news for Zcash? What happened? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Let's go ahead and I'll give you guys a preview. The 12900K will have more information for you guys here later, but with the latest update for the CPU miner, it's at 2,194 hash a second. It peaked at 238 watts, and it's definitely not as profitable as the 3900X. But all of the details will be in this evening's video, so be sure to hit the notification bell for that. And then let's talk about my poor farm that is getting beat to heck right now. So I'm having issues. It looks like I got all the rigs back online. Yeah. But we had a huge dip last night as my 3070 rig went offline. So we got to go check that out today. I'm not going to have time though. And this is kind of the hard part about mining is like if this would have happened yesterday, I would have been fine. But it had to happen today, and I really don't have time because I'm pretty booked up with kiddos and all that. So currently we did drop under $400 a day on ETH. We have an unpaid balance of $928, and I believe that was after. So yeah, we did 409 yesterday. Anyways, that's where we're at. And I think it's because, well, it was because, well, I still have 4 cards offline, it says. It's just super frustrating. Yeah, so we need to bounce this. This rig's giving me trouble. And then this rig went offline as well. And it has 2 bad cards in it that we got to get fixed. A 3090 and a 3070. So I'm kind of on the struggle bus with the farm, but that's kind of where we're at. Let's answer questions for today. What's going on? The first questions will always be addressed from the, essentially, if you guys have any donations, and then tag me if you have a question, and then we'll go from there. And let's get into it. We have about 30 minutes for questions, and we'll kind of do all that. It's been I think a lot of exciting stuff today for sure. For sure. Okie doke. So, son of a tech, I tried to go to NBMiner 39.7, but my 3060 Ti wasn't stable. Switch back to TRex 24.5. She is rock solid at 73%. Not 100% sure why. Happy to see TRex issuing a new revision to keep up. So you went back to TRex. My feeling about that is that if you had issues with NBMiner 39.7, you will have issues with the new TRex miner. Because it appears to me that like pretty much everybody's taking the light hash rate unlock technology from NBMiner. It feels like that. I don't know. There could be a ton of different random issues going on with your system, specifically for NBMiner though. What about Flux? I mean, what about Flux? Everybody's talking about Flux. It's pumping. The wallet's cool. I like Zelcore. McMac Attack says, any issues with including a 1060 with your 30 series rigs? Yes and no. It's possible that it exposes some issues. 30 series will run better on newer miners. 1060s will sometimes run better on older miners. The only one you would want to avoid really specifically, though, would be like 1080 Ti's that you would be using like the ETH Largemint pill on. But there shouldn't be anything that I would foresee that would prevent you from doing it. I have tried that before and it not work, and I've tried it before and it worked. It just kind of depends. Best cards to buy for mining at the moment. So, well, that's debatable, right? I think that you can still get into micro centers and get 3090s. If you're only able to buy one every 30 days, you can get them for $1,900. They ROI pretty good, and their value is going to be held. They make the most sense. There is arguments on the used market for the 2070 supers. In my area, that's not true. And in most cases, because people on YouTube obviously have talked about it, it's becoming less and less true. You just end up being, I think, best. Personally, I'm just buying 3090s. Obviously, I got lucky with finding a bunch, the 15 or the 14 3070s. That was kind of a special use case, though. Will you make a video for mining Raven coin? I already have. I've made like 3 videos, so just go watch any of those, Martin. Tony, do you like Raptorium for CPU mining? It's currently the most profitable for CPU mining, so the answer is yes, and we've been testing it. I haven't done a how-to for Raptorium yet, though. I'm still playing around with it a lot myself, primarily trying to figure out how to get the tunes to apply within, what do you call it? Within HiveOS. I just noticed who bruised me in jiu-jitsu yesterday. Oh, man. I'm going to... So I took 2 weeks off and I'm going to start getting the newbie bruises from jiu-jitsu. That guy pinched my skin. I think I know who it was. I'm going to get him today. I think I know who it was. I see, says, son of a tech. I have an Asus Tough 3090 and I tried a thermal pad replacement. Ended up getting worse temps. None of the guides I read listed the same pad thickness. Recommendations, time to water cool. More than likely, I guess it's probably the pads on the back of the GPU. But if you got worse temps, it's possible that you have the wrong pad thickness, that sort of thing. Get softer pads. And hopefully what that will do will allow you to, like, you know, have a little bit thicker, but then they won't resist as much. All right. Hell Sparrow says, son of a tech, do you think you will mine mostly one coin after ETH 2.0 or many different coins? You know, it's going to depend, right, on what's most profitable per GPU. It does look like, you know, the AMD thing versus the NVIDIA thing is going to kind of force our hands in what we're going to mine. I think, like, you know, Ergo's not looking great on AMD, right? Firo looks fine, though, on AMD. So there's that. And that's kind of just where you're at. Mike says, could you talk about how much crypto versus mining hardware you own is about 50-50? No, I sell all my crypto and buy new equipment almost immediately. Almost immediately. I also, though, don't have any US dollar. I transfer US dollar out just to cover my bills, and that's it. So, like, I'm 99% into crypto. I just leave it there. At the same time, if I get an opportunity to buy a 3090, I buy a 3090 right away. I don't wait. Zcash versus Monero versus Firo. What privacy coin do you like? I'm going to lean towards Monero and Firo. The problem, you know, being with Zcash is ASICs. Not a big fan of ASICs. Then, of course, I'm a GPU miner, so I'm going to favor Firo, but I think Monero, you know, has a, you know, basically is more robust, been around longer, that sort of thing. But it does have its issues. Let's see. Thoughts about people using heat sinks on 3080 backplate. I think 3090s, I mean, obviously right now the back, like they added memory modules to the back of the GPUs, and for some reason every single engineer for every third-party manufacturer just didn't take that into account for NVIDIA. So basically, I think every engineer for Gigabyte, Asus, ASRock, whatever, it's not ASRock doesn't do NVIDIA, but Gigabyte, Asus, EVGA, they should all be fired. You're going to give me a design that doesn't actively cool the memory modules on the back of a GPU that costs $2,000? Nah, get out of here with that. Fired. Fired! Makes me so mad. Ugh. All of them are trash. Tell them I said it too. You guys just look at it. You just look at the board and you go, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Ship it. No. No. Son of a gun. Dude, I'm still so mad about it. I just can't believe it's even a thing, right? Am I excited for Intel's GPUs? I don't know. When we get our hands on them. But not in particular. Not necessarily. Hopefully they have a lot of memory. You know what I mean? We need that memory. That memory. Oop, I just double clicked that thing. Boop. There we go. So, it'll all be dependent on how well they mine. You know? I think that's really what it comes down to, is how well they're going to mine. And then that's pretty much about it. If you guys don't have more questions, I think I am going to end it early today. We usually try to go for an hour till 10:45, but we kind of blew through pretty much all of the topics I really wanted to cover. Everything is kind of down below. And so if you need to check or catch up, you can do that, and then you can rewatch the live stream and kind of go from there. And John B, glad you caught it live. We're thinking about calling it just because I'm running low on things to talk about, and I'm kind of chilling here. I'm gonna get ready and go jiu-jitsu, and then I'm gonna swing by the farm and see if I can get my stuff working. This is ridiculous. I'm at 4.5 gigahash. I'm down like 500 megahash. Super frustrating. Been wanting to get your thoughts on mining in the Binance ETH pool. I can't do it, so I don't do it. Even testing it is hard. We already talked about mining KDA yesterday and today. You need an ASIC miner, and nobody can afford it. So there's no point in mining KDA. Like, even before it blew up and was super profitable right now, you had to spend $37,000 on the miner. Like, that was the last price I saw of them before they went out of stock. It's not feasible for anybody. That's just the way it is. That's the problem with ASICs in general. Rich says, what color is your belt? I am a no stripe white belt, baby. I've only been going for like 3 months. Is it smart to go with profit switching platforms like NiceHash after ETH2? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. John B says his brother just hit the blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Awesome. Congratulations, dude. Let's see. Thomas says, Son of a Tech, any favorite staking pool recommendations? I don't stake. I don't like staking. So I don't really have any preferences. Right now, there's none that are self-custodial. So until that happens for ETH, No. Maybe we could talk about them for, I think Cardano has self-custodial, so that would be different. I'd lean towards a different coin other than ETH if I was going to stake. What do you think about Zero Coin? I don't really have any opinion on it. I haven't done any research. What is good to mine now? Ethereum is good to mine now. Are you buying any AMD cards? There are no AMD cards that are really priced well, unfortunately, right now, George. They're all pretty bad. Does what have a future like Flux? I'm on Flexpool, yeah. Do you try to keep 6 months of saving? Could you talk about that? What's a safe amount to keep in cash? Like, that's really going to be up to you and a financial advisor. If you're talking about me personally, I don't have any cash. Everything's in crypto. And I owe a lot of medical bills, so I'm still catching up on those. And I'm going through some other stuff that's really expensive too. So I don't have anything. Everything I do, I try to dump into assets as quickly as possible. Anyways, historically. Raymond says, "Is there any profit switching platform that are legit?" You already asked that question. No, they're not. I mean, they'll work. I don't know what you mean by legit. It's like asking like if there are any centralized exchanges that are legit. It's like, yeah, I mean, you can use crypto.com and all that stuff. Should you leave a bunch of money in there? Probably not. Right? It's the same thing. I know a lot of people like talk mining rig rentals up more. I don't think it's as profitable as NiceHash, so that kind of makes that difficult. I won't use any of them, though, personally. Big Wooly says, "Thanks for the content." Oh, you're welcome, dude. Thanks for the tag. 3060 Ti light hash rate or 3080 light hash rate? It's up to you. It depends on the price, man. Depends on the price, Tom. Any suggestions, resources for setting up mining as a legit business LLC? Yeah, I use Rocket Lawyer. Scott. TechShinji, a good content creator. Make sure you guys go follow TechShinji or give him a sub. Says, "How's it going, my man? You been good?" Nah, I've been better, but we're doing all right. A lot of exciting stuff going on with Ergo and everything right now. Now, if he says, "Son of a tech, have you tried solo mining Ergo or thought about it?" No, I am mining ETH. Mine most profit. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I'm going to try to buy more. Man, I rebooted that rig and it is not coming back online. That is so disappointing. Darn. Fatty with a PH says, "How do you track your taxes for mining rewards?" You can use bitcoin.tax. There's a couple other tools as well. Just Google's your friend as far as that goes. So go check it out. And then TechShinji, the market's on fire. Yeah, I mean, it's that time of year, man. We're going to the moon for a while. Thomas says, "Recommendation on accounting software to track everything from the tax man." That's what I said. Like bitcoin.tax. It ties in with TurboTax. I'm not trying to skip anybody. Just make sure you tag and ask the question. Mike Sherwood says, "Do you use TeamViewer for remote access?" No, I use HiveOS. Never use TeamViewer. You like getting hacked? Naffy says, "Son of a tech, with you mining solo, theoretically, you would smash your ETH profits with the hash rate solo on Ergo." I don't know that that's true necessarily. That'd be a big risk to switch over to it, as well as liquidity issues and paying bills. So Baba says, I have a rig on Windows that freezes randomly once a day. All drivers look okay. Can't figure out the problem. Take a GPU out and see if it runs okay. And then if it doesn't, take the other GPU out, put the other GPU back in, see if it runs fine. TexNG, thanks for the 669. BTC at 69,420. That's what I hear everybody's waiting on. So Alexander says, I think it's wrong to go online for profit. If you mined Flux when it was 4 cents, you'd have 5 times more. If you mined ETH and bought Flux, you would have even more. That's like mathematically, you don't make sense there. You understand? Because you would make more ETH and be able to trade for more Flux. It doesn't make any sense. Like the things you would want to mine, like hedge mine, right, are things that aren't listed on exchanges. But you also have to keep in mind, you could probably dump, like if you were like a huge whale, you could dump the price of Flux or Ergo right now. Jay Lazar, we talked about the new TRex miner earlier today. I also am working on getting it up and running on Hive right now. So I'm on a hotspot in Hive, so it's downloading. Fork says Teamviewer for a lot of people seems to crash their rigs. It's resource intensive compared to Hive Shell or any shell equivalent or mining OSs. Yeah, you really just like as soon as you're not okay. So as soon as you're not mining on like a gaming rig or like your home PC rig, right? As soon as you're mining on 24/7 mining rigs, you need to be moving to a mining OS, or at the very minimum, moving to headless Ubuntu and learning that, and then just using shell there. YTEA says, Sanvatech, hope all is well. Was lucky to scoop up a 5700 XT Nitro. Awesome, dude. Is your video from back in the day? Yeah, yep. It's still relevant. I haven't changed any of the BIOS configurations for the 5700 XTs at all. So don't worry about that. That should all still be up to date. John B, our laptop NVIDIA GPU's light hash rate. My friend is getting 40 mega hash on 3060 non-TI. Our laptop, you know, I don't know, actually. I guess it would depend on the version. I mean, in theory, I guess it could have not been. I don't actually know, though. That's a good question. If anybody in chat knows, let us know. RD, what would you say, ask Son of a Tech, what would you say is the average lifespan of GPU if mined on from new in your experience? I mean, there's still GPUs that are going on since 2016 that I have. There are GPUs that Bitsby Trappin has that have been going on since even before that, 2014, 2015. So we don't know the answer to that yet. That's like asking what the side effects of the V word are. We don't know yet. Do you recommend RaveOS? I have a guide on RaveOS. You can get fee reductions for 2 miners on 2 miners mining pools if you use RaveOS, so that could be a benefit. Well, it says, how far away is the farm from where you're staying? I'm not really, don't want to discuss that. Daniel Roos says, got improvements on RTX 3080 Ti hash rates lately. Mine is stuck on 83 mega hash a second between 220 and 279 watts. I think that's where I'm at here. Hold on, we'll pop them open. No, I'm a little lower. Well, one's at 83 and one's at 86. Scott Klein says, thanks for the rocket lawyer tip. Any thoughts on mining to a self-direct crypto IRA? No, I mean, talk to a tax guy on that. So YTT and just modding it in Windows will work perfectly fine once you connect the card into Hive. Yeah, you can mod it in Windows and then put it into Hive. That's fine. Or you can just upload the BIOS to Hive. So if you're doing like a lot of cards, that can be easier. The gamer says, are you holding any Raven? Will there be a halving next year? Yeah, the halving's in December, so it should be next month for Raven. And no, I actually lost my Raven holdings. But it's okay. So I'm not holding any. Frog says, are you able to deduct your rigs, electricity, etc. off taxes? Yes, you can. And then, like I said, get with Rocket Lawyer. They'll walk you through it, man. Just give them your money. Thomas says, son of a tech, my farm can connect to Hivon pool and Ethermine pool, but I'm just unable to connect to any other pool, getting right timed out error. I mean, it depends on the pool, right? Like some of them use different protocols, and you should go into the pool's Discord for support. I know like Crazy Pool uses Nice Hash protocol. The other thing is like some pools have really, really strict banning policies, and you'll get banned real easy. It could be a lot of different reasons. So there you go. Detroit Iris says, any tips for Zocrap 3080 Ti? You don't like Zotac? Can't get MB as reliable as Gminer, but stuck at 78, 78, 84, 82, 85. When you followed the videos, you just replaced the thermal pads. Are you still having issues with thermal throttling? Scott lost your guns in crypto in a boating accident. Man, it happens. That's what happened to Mr. McAfee. You know what I mean? That's what happened to Mr. McAfee. All right, boys, I am calling it for today. We did make it for the entire hour, so I'm happy to report that. We will have a video coming out this afternoon or evening going over the 12900K Raptorium updated hash rates. And then tomorrow we will have another crypto mining morning show at 9:45 a.m. Central Time. That's going to be 10:45 a.m. East Coast, and of course a little bit earlier than that. Let's see, what is that West Coast? Maybe you guys can help me. Is it 2 hours or 3 hours? I always get confused. Because like New Mexico is 1 hour, right? And then there's like the weird spot where Arizona doesn't go back or forward, right? So they're just randomly somewhere in there. Is it 3 hours? Or is it 2 hours? 3 hours? I should Google it. Anyways, I'll be more seamless next time. Thanks for the membership join, by the way, Jay. You guys all rock. I will see you next Tuesday.